Hello you guys, it's Connor here, and today I'm going to be showing you a little modern house let's build. It's a let's build and a how to build. It is titled how to build because it's not sped up by that much. So it was originally going to be 10 by 10 and now it's actually 7 by 7. So what you want to actually do is make a 10 by 10 square. I fail badly at doing it in this clip. But make a 10 by 10 square. Now, do not quit right now, because this is not the house. This is just, I was putting myself down some boundaries of how high I can build it. Now, you might start at the corner of your eye, that there's another modern house over there, which is my first modern house let's build, but this is a small one, and that one is just a modern house. So you can go, I'll give you a link right now. It's not going to come up, is it? Well, you know, you can't. I wish it did. I wish it did. I'll forget about it. But if it does, then I want you to say "well done, Connor" to me in the comments. And that should take you to the modern house. Are you guys like, what was he even talking about? Okay, so basically, I'm counting here. You want to make a 10 by 10 square, I think, or maybe it's 15. But yeah, it's 10 by 10 square, I think. Or is it 15 by 15? Right, you only need a 10 by 10 square. I think that. So I'm trying to think. Ignore this part. I don't use it. I'll tell you what you should build. Don't build that part, right? Because it's definitely something you definitely shouldn't build. Don't build any of this. This all gets knocked down. This part that I'm building, however, the white part that's extending off the door, I want you guys to keep, because I knocked the door down, but I keep what I'm doing now. So keep that. That is all in the build. What I'm doing now all needs to be in your build if you're going to build it. So it should look like that, but without the door. And yeah, right. So at that point I knocked down the door and did that because I thought it was just going to look so much cooler. And believe me, I know this looks rubbish, but if you want to skip ahead like a minute or so, that's when I really start concentrating. Okay, so that's definitely not what I wanted, because it's like too dark, obviously. So it's a bit of a weird modern house. I'm not very happy with it. I think it's just like credible. So what you want to do is copy that exact thing that I've just done there, and I'm not sure whether I knock one down. So you want to copy it so there's a gap in between them. Yep, like that. I'm not sure how long it is. I don't know. Just I think it's like 5 blocks. So you want to do exactly what I'm doing now, except knock one off and make it that long. And I'm trying to work out how long that is. I think it's like something like 5 blocks. Yeah, I think that brings it to right. I'm gonna put, because I'll rewatch the video when I'm done recording this, and I'll have like a little annotation telling you guys how many. Well, I won't rewatch the video. I actually come on and tell you guys, and I'll have a little text now telling you how long the things are. Okay, so you kind of can ignore this part, but you probably a bit easier if you don't. So just follow exactly what I'm doing really, and most of it's going to probably get changed as you progress through the build. Now I'm really sorry it's sped up, because if not it was going to be like an hour video, unless you guys want to see that. And this is a very small house. I don't even know why it took an hour, but I think I was just messing about a little bit. So yeah, right, so you can carry on putting down some stairs, make it look all pretty. And then I remembered I watched the Keralis inspiration series, and if you're looking for inspiration, because you're doing let's builds, and I watched the Keralis inspiration series because it gave me a lot of inspiration, just for these windows especially, the little slits. And yeah, well, you can carry on, you know, just having a look about, seeing what's happening, and yeah, I'm putting down ice windows. Now, if you never ever built a modern house, and I'm new to them, I'm not a very good modern house builder. I've only recently started building them, to be honest. In fact, the first modern house let's build was the first ever time I've ever built a modern house in Minecraft, so I'm sorry if this is a bit newbie. But if you're starting out, I would always say stay square like I'm doing now. Don't use stairs, but not as you breathe. That's all I can say. And actually imagine what, you know, a millionaire modern house would look like. And the other thing is, I think I got sidetracked there, is if you're just starting out, use ice instead of windows in the shade, obviously. Now I replaced that, as you can see, with them just because of future reference. Now you guys, I'm saying small, but it probably should be very small actually, because it's a teeny house. You can't really fit anything in it. But it's not the smallest one I've built. I mean, if I'm honest with myself, I've actually built, and you can check this out, a 3x3 house. You know, and if you want to see all my Let's Builds, I suppose you can just go onto my channel, and I'll put them in a playlist. And if it's not up there, then you guys tell me in the comments, and then I'll put them in a you know, whatever, in a playlist. Okay, so what you want to do here is you don't have to make these holes, but it's how I designed it. So if you just see it for the house, then that's fine. But this is if you want to do something else with it. So as you can see, I'm making a little bit of outside area for you. So you want to put gravel down if you're making a path, or whatever you want really. You can do cobble, and I'll put a link to floors in the annotation, in the description, so you guys can go check this out. And if you're like, what is floors? It is a texture pack. Yeah, definitely something to check out. Very nice texture pack, and I know a lot of people will probably rage at me for this, but I find it it's quite a realistic but cartoony texture pack. And I'm a big fan of Spax, but it just ended up doing my head in for about a year, and I was just and I rage quit, and I just stopped playing on Minecraft just because of Spax. Yeah, which is a bit of an overreaction, but yeah. And I definitely recommend checking out Keralis and a lot of other really good Let's Builders, because if I'm honest, they probably give me most of my ideas personally. And yeah, there's definitely somebody to check out. Now, you just want to follow exactly what I'm doing, and you can enlarge this if you want, I think. But I designed it on this. Now, as you can see, I like to mess about, don't I? And you can just keep it like this. Okay, so I think I changed things about towards the end, but just keep it like I'm doing right now, and I'll mess about into a good amount. Now, I say 7x7, but I'm not sure, and I know I've said it's titled 7x7, but I'll actually have to go back and count it, because it's something I do here, and I think it just changes the dimensions of the house by 1. Which is kind of stupid, but you know what happens. So I went to go put some glass windows on that later, and then I saw how small the glass area was. Well, the interior was going to be. So you know, I just messed about. Now I will tell you when I'm done with the outside, right? And I do change a few things, so you might want to skip to. I'll tell you when I'm done with the outside, and then you can skip ahead, but I'm just showing you guys an efficient interior. If you just looking for a small compact way of doing the interior in this house. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to put this up for download. I think I will actually, because it's also got a modern house in and a work in progress. Well, I say a modern house, the one I used, the one I did in another past Let's Build, and it's also got a few of the things in it. And on a different, just ignore this part. And on a different note, you want to do what I've been doing. Just don't do what I was telling you there. It's dead weird. Just copy exactly what I'm doing. It should look like what it's like. But on a different note, I've actually forgot what I was gonna say now. It's quite important as well. It's a shame that. Yeah, but you just want to carry on with this cobble. You can do whatever you want with the outside. I'm not sure whether this is actually classed as outside, and if it is, well, I'm screwed, aren't I? And the other thing is, I can recommend beacons are very cool. But since it's a modern house, it kind of melts the ice. Another thing I like to say is, I love building modern houses in deserts, because they just seem to be the nicest place for them. And I've got Flatland Desert World here, just so you guys can just play the hell out of that desert. And it's just a pretty cool place. And I think I will put a download up alongside Floors, so you guys can download it and you get the modern house with it. And yeah, I think I'm losing my voice. So what we want to do is we want to carry on building. Everybody's like smartest statement ever. Yeah, but what you want to do is get some dirt. Now, do not hoe it like I went to do. There. There's no point in getting the hoe. Yeah, the reason I did that is that I think a piece of water melted. So don't hoe it, because that kind of ruins it a little bit. But do that. Yep. So you want to go along and do stuff like that. Right. So you can hoe it all the way along, like that. And I would leave it, like I said. I say you can, because you can, but it kind of messes stuff up because then you need water. And I just wasn't up for it, so I just jumped on it and put grass on instead. So yeah, because a good thing about modern houses is even when they're teeny, I hate it when they have a flat roof. That fact kind of ruins the house, that it has a really flat roof. I'm not a big fan of flat roofs. As you may know, I actually hate flat roofs. So it's never good to have flat roofs. So I would say put a little bit of grass on top, because that's what the modern houses have now. And if you want to make this a little bit bigger, what you can probably do is put some wheat on, which will probably look a lot nicer. Now here I would dot about a little bit of grass just to make it look a little bit more natural. And unlike every single other Let's Builder, I hate bushes. Absolutely hate them. I feel like they ruin all of my Let's Builds, so I don't use bushes. I think it's because I'm bad at them. I'm bad at them what? I'm bad at making bushes. So, yeah. And you may have noticed that there's no new items, because I'm still in 1.6.4 in this video. Not because it's an old video, because I can't get a good enough FPS on 1.7.2 to record with Flow. Which is probably the essential way for me to do modern houses. And I think you can have a look at this in default. And what I might do is I might cut the video at the end and show you guys what it looks like in default, and maybe John Smith. Because even though John Smith isn't really meant for this kind of thing, but you can have a look at it and you might like it in default, but I kind of doubt it. So yeah, it's definitely a cool little build. If you can, it's not exactly something you want to build on a massive, really good public server where you want everybody to see your builds, because that's not good enough. But if you just want to go on your friend's server and build something cool that everybody goes, "Whoa, did you build that?" then this is the perfect thing for you, right? So if you're looking for like more kind of like, I don't know, Let's Builds, then like I said, go to Keralis. It's kind of pathetic that I'm telling people to go see Keralis, because if you're typing in Let's Builds, you probably found out about him. But watch him, because I get most of my inspiration off him. Right, so you want to mess about a little bit and don't write poi, because and you can put plant pots on if you want. I just think it looks cool. And then I put cactus in it. Now if you're building this in a different biome, you might want to put grass in it or something, but I'm building it in a desert biome, so I just thought, yeah. Right, so do that, and I think I elaborate on that and get rid of it. And also, where I'm using the black clay, that turns to bedrock. I know you guys are gonna go, what? And that's gonna ruin it in default, obviously. But in Flows, it's like a light version of black stained clay. So you can either do bedrock, but if you're building this in default or a different texture pack, I would recommend just grey clay, dark grey clay, if that's out. Yeah, but yeah, if I'm honest with you, I don't like any of the building blocks I've added in 1.7 really, so I'm not that sad that I can't use some of these guys. But yeah, now, yeah, you just want to do that, I think. I think I'll keep that at least. There we go, I think I'll keep that. I might change it again, because I change it. You guys are like, you idiot. Right, so you can put down trapdoors where you want. I always say a trapdoor is a good builder's best friend, and you put them there. And you guys, at this point, you guys are like, oh my god, this is horrible, Connor. But I might, I get most of my subs off this, so this is the one thing I'm good at on YouTube. Right, so close some of the doors, or open the doors, or what does that even have to do with it? I'm just bored. because I think this is 20-minute video and you guys can go, oh, wow, it's not very long. I find that incredibly boring. I wouldn't watch a 20-minute video, never even mind. I won't even watch Keralis do a 20-minute video. I just see 20 minutes and go, I hate this. What you may want to do is just speed it up by 2. It's like, hey, look, you guys are coming here. It's really fast. And then you guys can just go, ha ha ha, I sped it up and you sound retarded. Now, at this point, weird thing, but I heard somebody coughing downstairs. So I thought somebody was like choking or something. So I just went to go check whether they were okay. And yeah, because I thought they were just kind of like dying. I can't even remember who it was. I just went down. I was like, oh my god, are you okay? And they were fine, actually, to be fair. So yeah, right, so at this point I think I start on the interior, but you guys do not go yet. Skip ahead a little bit or just stay for the next 5 minutes, because there's a really important thing that I change. Now see this dirt, keep it. I don't think there's much you can do with it, but in floors it's not that bad anyway, but it's not going to look very cool in you know, default. But yeah, and if you're probably asking, Connor, are you ever gonna use shaders? I have no idea, because it's whether I can use Optifine with them, which I don't think I can. So yeah, because I don't get a good FPS without Optifine. So right, so I'm just showing you some of my absolutely abominable interior skills. And I suppose you can use this. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, because you'd have this terrible house with terrible furniture if you did it like that. So I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Right, so the problem is with cramped places like this, is that you have to go stuff like that. I'm gonna, in this video, I go for lips and coffee as the paintings. And if you ask me, I think Floors is one of the best text packs I've used in a while. It's a shame that it's a 128, because I'm having to put my render distance on teeny to build this. But this isn't that bad, if I'm honestly, because you know, I've built, well, it's small obviously, so but you build a mansion, you're in trouble. Right, so you can either use a sign or you can put a trapdoor on your couch. And then I'm just doing a little thing. See, when you have half slabs, I invented that myself, all by myself. Everybody's like, well, you're a special child, Connor. Basically, they're like little blinds, and I'm just showing you guys them. So you can like put your blinds down at night, or if you're on a server and you don't want people to see what's inside, and then they go down. It looks cool. So yeah, right. So I'm not sure whether you can sleep in bed because of them, but you know. Yeah, anyway, I think I changed a few more things, and then that is the end of the video, and you guys are like, hooray, yes, it's finally over. So yeah, now do what you want with the path. I'm seriously not bothered. I'm on Flatland, and I'd probably do more if I wasn't, but yeah. Right, so on the inside, lighting wise, I need to tell you guys something. See, this is quite important. Do not do what I did there, because I was quick enough to knock it down. Because the thing is, with ice and like torches, you may know they don't mix. Same with glowstone and ice and everything in ice. So what you want to do, I found a way around that about a few months ago. Is that, well, not a few months ago, while I was building the modern house. Is that you put it one down. You can do this, and I think it just lightens the place up a little bit, especially in the night. The way around that is to make it like a few blocks down, and I've used so I can get enough light to light up the whole house. I'm about to use glowstone, I think, or beacon. Am I gonna use a beacon? I do like bacon, so that's pretty cool. Anybody else like bacon? Tell me in the comments if you like bacon. That's pretty random. Nothing to do with the build itself, but you know. Yes, right, so we've got a lily pad right here. Everybody's like, oh my god, it's a lily pad. The lily pad is right here. Okay, so you need to go into the house and then zoom out and just do that and look and admire your terrible building skills. Not yours, because you guys are probably better than me, and admire my terrible building skills. Yeah, I was just counting it there to try and work out how much it is. Now I think I do it. I'm not sure that I get it all done, but anywhere in the house, I'm gonna say there. I know. The cookie kind of ruins it, doesn't it? Don't use glowstone. Use a beacon. Now dig a few down because beacons are super bright. You can dig a few down like that, quite a bit down, then fill that with quartz or whatever you want to fill it with. Now I know you guys are going, wow, why aren't you using wool instead of quartz? I don't know. Because of the stairs, I guess. But yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I think I will hopefully see you guys next time. Bye bye. Now wait, because I look round and then I think I changed something. See those dirt bits? If the video cuts too quickly, do that on all of them, yeah? Right, so do that. There we go. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, some, fair for more, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.